Assalamu alaikum to all of my Muslim and brothers and sisters. And to my Christian followers, may God always be with you. Shalom to the Jewish faithful culture that has taken the time to look into what we do. And to the legion of anonymous to be found out there. You know as well as I do, they should have expected us. So, this is going to be the furthest thing from biblical. But that does not mean I don't take time to say hi to everybody that has taken the time to listen to me. You guys, every now and again, you hit the button and it's a draw. Is he going to waste my time today, or am I going to appreciate what he has to say? Well, I first want to appreciate you. I have received many emails in thanks for whatever the heck it was that I did. So, you're welcome. Sure, okay. I put a few things together. I smashed a few keys together, but it was the minds that made this thing come to life and made it worth it. So I'll always thank you for that. I also receive a lot of apologies. Some long, some short and sweet to the point. That doesn't really matter. It's all very personal. But that doesn't negate that they happen. And you never, ever have to apologize to me. Who the hell am I that you have to apologize? My goodness. My ideas that I think of go in the same place as yours. The group caters into a great meridian of people. So some days the topics will be of a religious nature, and other days the topic will be of a very serious government corruption nature. And other days we might want to go and dabble into the esoteric realms. Maybe we want to learn a little bit about these different secret societies. Maybe this was something the school didn't cover, and we want to share our opinions, and we want to see what other people's opinions are. In a setting that has been designed as such, an apology is never required. For what am I to do then? Apologize because I disagree with you? Never. My opinion is there. If my opinion is wrong, I'll always thank you for correcting me. Of course. But just because we disagree doesn't mean neither one of us must apologize for this. Now, all of this brought up just to say that something I have not received. And I thank the world for it. I guess there's not much more I can say. But what I have not received is hate mail. Haven't received a lot of hate mail. Have been privileged, very much so, to read hate mail. Always have a good chuckle reading hate mail. But then I have to stop and think that this hate mail is quite hurtful. Fucking shit hurts, guys. Okay? Words. The Anonymous Collective taught a very powerful concept to hold. That words shall always retain their power. Now, on 3 or so of my personal boards that I established personally and relinquished my control to the people, and if you didn't know that that's what John Connor was about, and that's what John Connor did, well, it's okay. We've been doing this for a while. I haven't done a whole lot of updates. But for instance, the Worldwide Resistance Network Facebook page is not governed by me. It's governed by people like you. If you want in on that team, send me a message. I'll hook you up. That page will begin to boom. The resistance is now where a lot of us have met, and which is where a lot of you are probably watching this from, which it's great because it's been growing at a great rate. Kind of runs the same way. I check it every day or every third or fourth day, but it is as well governed by other people. In the early days, this was governed by people close to me, and then these people close to me began finding very amazing people around the world, and I know it's going to sound very egotistical, but they passed the test. They're doing everything for the right reasons. Everything they were writing was very poignant, very powerful. I very well enjoyed reading and listening to their opinions. So you know, they got on. I put them on the team. The problem I'm having right now is that there's been a whole lot of hate mail coming in to these groups that have been established by me and a handful of people. Now, I have not yet to come out and publicly reprimand or defend or concede defeat on any of these claims made against the resistance in its entirety. Now, remember when I said that we were going to begin to reattribute the Anonymous Collective as best as we could with the Connor camp, and that although I wasn't elected to do this job, I have no problems doing it. And anybody who has a problem with how I do it, there is 1,000,001 open forums to discuss it. And if the evidence brought forward is worth it, not only will I step down, but the Anonymous Collective will ensure that there's nothing of what I created that ever exists if this is a bad idea. Okay? So I'm not here to rule the world. I'm not here to be a general. I'm not here to make the Anonymous Collective my personal army. But I am here, and I will use the skills that I have. And one of the skills that I have is sniffing out bullshit and seeing useless engagements taking place. Okay? Now there's some pretty fucking serious stuff in the world happening right now. Okay? The Anonymous Collective has hacked just about every database on the planet. We're still sifting through that information. That could take some time. Okay? But we got opposing groups, and finally I'm going to name one. This YRV group that has been coming down, okay, on us has got to stop. It has to stop. Okay? I've paid attention to it. I've listened to the videos. I've not done yet, but I am going to finish watching every one of the videos on his channel. I have seen his plan. I'm not particularly impressed with his idea. I will not lie to you. It was an idea that I also had a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago. It was an idea that was put forth in the resistance in its totality. That idea was also built on by very intelligent people, and it was voted and still said, no, we can't do this. Because it's not the idea of how he wants to fix it that's wrong. It's the reattribution of power, which is going to lead to even less people. Forget having to worrying about the 1% now. If this thing goes through, and it does get manipulated in any one little way, we'll be worrying about a 0.5% or a 0.1% instead of a 1%. It's going to make it smaller. It's the New World Order's little brother, for lack of a better explanation. But it's not funded or backed by any of these societies in which that we've taken our time to look into. Why do I know this? Nowhere near sophisticated enough. Okay? Now, why am I upset? I'm not upset because the guy had a freaking bad idea. My goodness. That's not why I'm upset. I'm upset because he has made it a point to make it public that he wants to report the channel of one of our own soldiers to the FBI and to the CIA. That's not cool, guys. We can't have stuff like that happening. Not over stupid little squeamishes and squabbles and things like that. That can't be cool. So I've watched it. I'm very, very disappointed with it. Him, personally, I would have to... Let's not forget, we're all about giving our personal opinions today, which is exactly why I started this video the way that I started it. Because in my personal opinion, he's a fucking tool. All it is. He's a tool. and there's nothing we can do about this guy. He's going to do what he wants to do, and according to him, we can't stop him. But he's made it quite clear, quite clear, that he is prepared to give people away to the CIA, to the FBI, if they don't agree with him. Well, I'm going to tell you why, RV. I don't live in the United States. And your alphabet agencies don't scare me. Okay? They never have. They never will. They'll black bag me, and I'm okay with that. I've accepted that fate. I don't think I'm doing anything in which is going to warrant getting black bagged. But I'm telling you, dude, there's nothing you can say that's going to scare me, even if you think you're scaring a few little people on the side. These people that you think are scaring, they're not as small as you think they are. They really aren't. There's entire operations being put together through people like the people you are attacking. These operations, surprisingly enough, are 100% legal. RTB, Resistance Tactical Bomb. Are you freaking kidding me? That has to be the most absurd thing. But my personal opinion is that the resistance uses words that the military uses. And RTB equals return to base. You nincomtwat. RTB equals return to base. That also means in an electronic world, go back to the freaking drawing board. Okay, you got to do what you got to do. RTB in real world means whoever is within earshot of this video and can make it to me, come to my house, because we need to discuss things. We need to push this thing forward, and we have to remove or add what is required. RTB, return to base. You ignorant fucking dumbass. But that's just my personal opinion, you know, because I can't speak for the collective. My goodness, that would be very ignorant of myself. Can't do these things. Bad, Connor. Bad. But in my personal opinion, you can take your plan, and you can take your alphabet agencies, and you can stick them up your fucking ass. Because if you piss people like us off, nothing electronic around you is going to work anymore. It's not a threat, dude. Shit just happens, man. The last person that made an attack on Anonymous didn't fare very well. So, I'm not issuing any formal threats to anybody. Merely dictating the facts. Someone that comes after them like this gets fucked up. And you've already been warned, you've already been told. And this is what has been surprising to me, because I see governments and judges siding with this collective. And then you come out of the woodworks, getting ready to rat them out? Or try to? Dude, this video won't be finished playing, that we will know more information about your organization than you know about your own organization. That'll be forwarded to me in less than 48 hours. And maybe I decide to bring it to my country's alphabet agencies. Because maybe my country's alphabet agencies is going to declare that what you're doing is terrorist fucking organizations. You better be careful when you throw shit like that around. Because the Anonymous Collective in certain parts of the world holds military power. You may not believe that. You don't have to believe that, because you also don't believe that there is an agenda at play that some will call the global elites or the Bilderbergers or the most wealthy men of the world trying to make more money for themselves and take more away from us. So, you don't understand this realm and this war. And I use the word war very loosely because there's no shots being fired from us. Nobody has sent a drone from the anonymous side of the fence to kill American civilians. No anonymous individual that I'm aware of has brought explosive devices to protest, so much so to the point that they're going to jeopardize their own brothers and sisters and soldiers at arms, regardless if there's arms to be found or not. You're going to have to go back to a lot of your video footage, my dear friend, and you're going to have to investigate. Investigate. Stop blowing shit out of your ass like that, man. It's not going to work. It's not going to fly. You're upsetting too many people. YRV. RIP, brother.